What is up, peeps and creeps? Welcome to the second trailer for GTA 6. This is gonna be epic. There is a lot of good stuff. There is some bad stuff that I spotted. I want you to promise to at least let me know what your opinion is, especially that the game got pushed back for almost another year. Let's get into some of the breakdown. I wanted to take a look strictly at the cars. There's so much to the trailer that we can analyze and look at, but I wanted to look at something that is the most interesting to me, and that's the cars. So let's take a look at it one clip at a time and see what the cars that are being offered and what you think about them. Here we go. Right in the beginning shot, you get a look at two cars that are, it looks like one of them belongs to the main character, and that's the El Camino lookalike, and it's parked right beside the house. You also take a look at another classic looking car. I think that's a Chevy or a Cadillac, I could be mistaken, that's in the corner of the screen. From there, we move on to a truck that looks like a Dodge Ram or a Ford F-150, and that truck looks really detailed and it has a lot of customization stuff on it, from the hood to the side fenders being popping out. The wheels are also being displayed, turned a little bit to the right. So it has a lot of details in it. And again, you get a look at the classic car that is parked right there. Now, when we move out of that shot, there is a car that stops at the intersection way behind and then makes a left turn. And that car looks like an Escalade of some sort if you zoom in on it. You can also say it's one of the big SUVs that Nissan is making, but it's another option that's for us right there in Grand Theft Auto 6. Moving from there, we are gonna go toward the main character driving his El Camino and going past some neighborhoods. Now, I don't know if this is a cutscene or not, because Rockstar can manipulate these things. But I must say, I am really happy to see that there is reflection happening on the mirror. If you guys remember, when we shifted over from GTA on old gen to new gen, a lot of people were saying the mirrors are not reflecting anything. But you can see the mirrors were reflecting stuff right there. You can see the rims of a car that's in the neighborhood. You can see stuff that's reflecting behind him. So that was very impressive. And you also see it in the next screen when you're in that pickup truck. You can see the person who's driving the car. So there's some great details here that I'm happy to see. As we keep moving on, you can see that he passes a car. I couldn't pinpoint which car this is. I tried to search for it on Google to get it to be identified. They thought it was the Coroma, but I don't think this is a Coroma. I think this is a car that I own in GTA 5 with a different paint scheme on it, and it looks a little bit modernized, but it's the same car. The name escapes me. I'm gonna try to find it in my garage. If I find it, I'll put it for us here to take a look at it. From there, the next shot that has cars is on the highway. Now here, there's a few things I want to talk about. You have a first-person mode that's happening. Now, I don't know if that's a flex, saying, you know what, we're coming out of the gate, first person is available, even though this is a third-person game. But here it is right here. You can drive from inside on this perspective. You can see that you have access to the airport, of course. There's an exit coming up. But if you zoom in a little bit more on the pickup truck that's on your left-hand side, there's a Corvette right in front of it, or the Corvette. That's a car that got released with Grand Theft Auto 5 when it was on release day. So it's not really something that I'm, really happy about, but it's there in the game. Obviously, we all have favorite cars in GTA 5. So it's good to see some of them coming and making a return. Right in front of it, again, I think we see the same car that we saw at the intersection that was making a left turn. A big Escalade of some sort, an SUV that is in front. From there, you take a look at the plane, and it looks like there's a nice air stream that's following the plane to give it some details compared to the ones that we see in GTA 5. I think it's a lot more subtle. There's going to be probably more details right here for you to see. Again, more signs in order to let you know probably some specific landmarks that we're not used to yet for people that are not living in Florida at least. And from there, we come to a shot that I got disappointed on. Now, I was watching this trailer with my son, and I don't know if this shot is a cutscene or if you go into cinematic mode. I'm not sure what it is, but passing the first police interceptor, I was not impressed with the way this car looks. This car does not look detailed at all, compared to even the one that we have in Grand Theft Auto 5. The lights look more shrunk. The car looks very basic. Yes, the LED lights are on it. It's doing the blue and red that we all like, but it just didn't give me that awe factor that I'm like, oh my God, look at the police car. It's a Charger. It's fully decked out, just like any police car that we see in chases on TV. But this car left me a little bit, underwhelmed. I wasn't really happy seeing it. My son was happy the whole time. He's like, yes, GTA 6, yes. It's like, okay, let's not make it into a downer party and tell him negative stuff. But yeah, I wasn't too happy with that car. The car that I was happy about was a Crown Victoria that shows right behind it. Now, this car is an old car. It's from the 90s, and it's been phased out in most police departments. I think if you see it at this point, you'll be like, where is your budget? Obviously, this car should be in retirement mode. But it's good to see it here. It's an iconic car, and I love seeing some of the iconic old cars come back into the game. One of the cars that I wanted to see in GTA 5 that never made it was a Chrysler 300, and I really wanted, you call it the Hood Bentley. Just wanted to see that car because it was in Grand Theft Auto 4, but it never made it into GTA 5. So I'm happy to see that Crown Victoria there. The next shot we get is of homegirl standing in what it looks like a parking lot, and there's a bus behind her. She's got a convertible car. At the beginning I thought it was a boat, but then I could see the windshield. So that is a convertible. We don't know what kind of car it is. There's a bus in the back. There's always something similar to the electric trains that you take in parks or going to airports. There's something available there. And then moving on to the next shot, you have a big explosion that's happening on the left side of the screen. It's a normal pickup truck and an SUV that looks like maybe a Range Rover. Nothing is special. You finish the fight scene right there, and then you move on to the next shot. And this is a good one because it gives us 3 cars that we need to see in this game. First one is the Charger, and that's your full-fledged police car that's available now. You also get the Ford Explorer. That's also another police car that's in most police departments right now, the SUV one. And you get the big tank that the SWATs always come in, the full metal truck, the one that takes prisoners, or if you have a SWAT team coming to the location to back you up, that's also in that big explosion. And I gotta say, the explosion looks really, really nice. The next shot is in the dark. You can't really make the car that's coming from far away, but I think they emphasized a lot on pickup trucks here and big SUVs, and I think this is no different. But then you see a pickup truck dragging a safe, very similar to something that we saw in the Fast and the Furious. Not as big, but still similar, and it's a lot of fun probably to be doing in the single player mode. And you see the sparks on the ground, and it's gonna be very nice to do these missions. I can't wait. From there, we have a massive shot with multiple cars. I'm happy to see some cars. I'm disappointed to see some other ones because I was hoping to see new stuff. But here we go. The shot is big. People taking some selfies right in front of a stupid hotel. Yes, I said the stupid hotel. And from there, we start talking about the cars. You have a Mercedes right at the front with somebody hanging right out the window, and another person, I think, is taking a selfie of them or a picture of them. Right behind it, you have a Lamborghini, the green Lamborghini. It's a classic one that we had in the game all the time, and it's also here in Grand Theft Auto 6. Right behind it, you have the Banshee or the Viper, the basic one that came in GTA 5. Again, the vehicle is here. It looks decked out with some nice rims, and the fenders are coming out, so I'm happy at least to see that. Then behind him, you got a Porsche Cayman in gray, and then behind it there is a muscle car. Now that muscle car looks like the 1977 Bandit, the Trans Am. From far away, when I was zoomed out, I was like, is that the new Charger or Challenger or electric Charger that nobody wants to buy? But then I'm like, this looks like a muscle car. There's something on the hood. And then I'm like, maybe it's the Trans Am. I have no idea. Time will tell. Right behind it, as the shot keeps moving forward, it looks like there is a big A5 behind it, an Audi looking vehicle, and a Bentley right behind it that's also available in Grand Theft Auto 5. And from that shot, we move on to a helicopter attacking a boat, it gave me Pacific Standard vibe because we always drove that area that has like plants on both sides and forest, and we had the police on us, so it gave me that vibe, especially with the bridge coming toward them. The chopper looks exactly like the CEO chopper that we have in the game right now with some more details on it. And then from there, you take a look at a jet ski when they're taking off on the water. A lot of good effect on the female's hair and buttocks, but we're not getting into that. This is not the trailer for it. And then when you look up in the sky, there is the yacht chopper. The one that we got was the yacht, the expensive choppers that doesn't really have any weapons on it. It's just a statement that you can afford stuff in GTA 5, and probably is going to be the same in this game right here. From there, you cut off to the next one that has the main character on a chopper motorcycle, and he's being followed by a duster plane, something also very similar to the ones that we have in GTA 5. Nothing really out of the ordinary, but the details are amazing. And then you get a shot of somebody jumping off the motorcycle and going into the back of a truck. It looks like a hijack mission, and you're gonna take a vehicle right out of that truck. The car looks similar to something like a Tempesta from GTA 5 or like a different model of Lamborghini. So that looks like a nice mission that we're gonna have as well. And then from there, you have another shot of a police chopper hunting down somebody on a boat in the water. It gives me a Bad Boys 2 vibe. I really hope there's some draw on some of the missions from Bad Boys. Maybe a truck going on the highway, tossing cars. I mean, it's Miami after all. Let's hope they do that. And then from there, you take a look at some cars that are in the background in a chase. There is a Sanchez bike, an off-road bike, and the two cars in front of it, there's nothing really that special about these cars. They're generic cars. They're probably not going to be on somebody's radar, but they're there in the chase. And then you get a final look of the two cars in the trailer, and that's the main character's car, a muscle car that we have right now in GTA 5, and another car that's not really that exciting, to be honest with you, to close the game with it. I was hoping for a banger, man, but they just gave us another car that looks like a Nissan model. It's a little bit generic. And then you zoom out, you see the big cityscape and a creeper van coming up and another generic car. Overall, I think the trailer was amazing because we needed something. We needed something after they took the game away from us for another year. But I wanted some fireworks, peeps. I wanted some fireworks. And I think they depended on women as firework in this trailer more than vehicles. So they give you a lot of shots of the main character having a relationship, just bonding with each other, and a lot of scenes of them hugging, and she's jumping at him. So I think they emphasized more on the women here to get you excited a little bit more than the cars. So I'm hoping the next trailer we can get something that shows you maybe some customization, some damage model on the cars that would get us excited, something that would justify the over 10 year of development. I hope we get something like that. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts, and if I missed anything, do voice it in the comments. Take care, peeps.